Coming down the Needles North Channel now. You will never see the Needles North Channel any calmer than this. It's quite astounding. There's enough wind to sail up here, which is good. We're currently on about 9 to 9.5 knots coming down here. Doesn't look like it, I know. Quite a lot of tide, obviously. And we're just about half a mile from the Hurst Narrows. Suspect, as usual, it'll get a little bit more exciting when we get there, because we've got the confliction of the various tides coming in from the north and the south, and the churn that's coming over the shingles itself. So it will get a bit bouncy, but at the moment this is it, coming up past Hurst. So there's confirmation. Doesn't look like it, but we're currently hitting the dizzy heights of 10 knots coming down through here. So we'll get spat out the other side of these narrows, and then we'll probably be holding a fairly decent speed all the way up to Cowes. You can just feel a little bit of the chop setting in now from the conflicting tides, but this really is ridiculously calm. Probably the calmest I've ever come up through here. We had a fairly calm one a couple of years ago, very early in the morning, going the other way down the South Channel when we were heading over to Cherbourg. That really was like a mill pond drifting down through here. But yeah, coming back, especially at the when we actually are in the flow rather than on the slack, this is quite surprising. And there's a little motor coming down there. That's the only type of vessel that you'll have being able to get down here at the moment. There won't be many sailing boats trying to wing their way down here, going the wrong way. There's the lighthouse. And there you can see all the churn going on wherever all the water's getting confused by the various tides meeting and conflicting each other as we basically rejoin with the rest of the water coming up the south. This is very restful. Normally coming up here, when you get to here, is pretty scary when there's a decent blow on and you're whipping along here and all this churn's going on, and inevitably when you're doing that there's 3 other yachts or boats coming up the South Channel that you're trying not to hit. So this is wonderful. Quite amazing how much churn goes on here even when there's very little wind and it's such a utterly calm day. And then of course you can see up ahead, there we are, where the churn just lasts in the area where you've got the tides meeting from the different channels. We've still got a bit up ahead, you can see on the bow, but then over there on the port side of the boat, it's calmed right down again. Amazing to see. This is purely the sea and the tide churning this up. There's no influence from atmospherics going on here in terms of wind or anything. Those looking over onto the island side. There's the Needles back there, going down the, looking straight down the South Channel. And then we've got various bays up here, Totland Bay, Colwell Bay, and the famous hut in Colwell Bay, of course, which we still haven't been to on the boat. Sadly remiss of us. There's the last of the churn. Quite amazing. You can see over towards Hurst Castle there, completely calm. If you look into Keyhaven, a few boats anchored in Keyhaven. Would have been lovely actually last night. And there it is, passage up the North Channel of the Needles, past Hurst and through the Hurst Narrows.